The Battle of Florida is alive and well, and it just had gasoline poured on it. Wow. And while the Panthers have looked great this series, the Lightning have not. Tampa appears to be broken. They have had a miserable go at it this series, and it's somewhat baffling. They were the top scoring team in the league this season. With the offensive power of guys like Kucherov and Gensel, their power play was the 5th best in the league, and yet they went 0-5 on the power play tonight. They had so many opportunities, but they just couldn't get set up. Florida out there playing aggressive, confident hockey, killed off every second on the PK, and I guess it helps when you've apparently got Nicholas Lidstrom back there, because in the first, off of the faceoff, they scored just 4 minutes in, and it's Nate Schmidt from Verhaeghe with his 3rd in 4 periods. He becomes just the 6th D-man in NHL history to do this in the playoffs, and remember, Schmidt was bought out by the Jets in the offseason. He's playing on a 1-year, $800,000 deal, as how about it? 3 goals in 4 periods. Not a bad bang for your buck when he officially has more goals than the entire Tampa Bay Lightning have this series. But yeah, with Chucky back, a healthier than ever Rat Pack, Bobrovsky just continuing to do his thing back there, he had another solid game as this Florida team, and I know they're defending champs, but still, they look scary right now, and you can tell it's frustrating the Lightning. They've been yapping. Hagel all night tonight seemed flustered as this compounds, and in the third, again, not only did the Bolts get a power play early in the period where they couldn't get a thing going, they got another just 5 minutes later, and yet again, nothing really going early, and so coming back, Branden Hagel absolutely lit up their captain Sasha Barkov, a devastating hit, and listen, I can get behind, in the playoffs especially, that this is a clean hit. A little high, maybe, but I don't have a real problem with it, but the problem is the puck is in another area code, and Barkov never touched it on the way by. I'm certain Hagel thought from his view that he was going to play it, but his eyes are on Barkov the entire way. He didn't even look at where the puck was. Plus, it's a 1-goal game. You're on the power play. He didn't have to absolutely destroy a guy who, again, never touched the puck. This is undoubtedly interference, which they called properly. Actually, they called it a 5-minute major for interference, which you see sometimes, but it's not all that common. However, when it comes to the rules surrounding interference, 56.4 states at the discretion of the referee, they can assess a major based on the degree of violence, which, yeah, I'd say that about checks out in this case. Barkov would leave the game. He didn't return, and so while it's good to see he did leave on his own, you never know concussion-wise how severe something like this could be. Obviously, it would be a major blow if he loses any games to this, and while we did see the teams come together towards the end of the game a few times, the Panthers didn't need to go out there trying to lose a 1-goal game. They held on. The Lightning did have some great opportunities late, but Bob with some big stops, the Lightning with no finish in them, meant that instead, with seconds remaining, Sam Bennett would put the cherry on top to take game 2 2-0, taking both in Tampa's barn as Bob gets the first shutout of the playoffs. And yeah, headed back to Sunrise, I'm excited to see how this plays out. They were yapping at the end, I want you, as I think that should be a good one. But yeah, that's about it for this one. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you in the next one.